Hey there, I'm Amy Patee, and today I am going to share with you a little bit about my star cards. These are a very special oracle deck that connects you with your own higher self. So I love oracle decks, and I love the different decks that help you kind of download insight from the angels or from the earth realm or the fairy realm and all of that. But I wanted a deck that just aligned me deeper with myself and helped me kind of refine my own intuition. So I created the star cards, and these star cards were designed around the chakra system. So if you're familiar with the chakra system, there's 7 main chakras, and each chakra has positives and negatives in a way. So if your chakra is healthy and open, certain energies will really be easily accessible by you. But if your chakra is closed, or maybe it's kind of bogged down by some negative emotions or negative belief systems, then there might be some negative experiences that you'll start to kind of tap into and feel versus the positive side. So that's what this deck is all about. So I'm just going to do a little sample so you can kind of understand how to use this deck. So the first thing I would suggest when you get your star card deck is to infuse it with your energy. And so you could hold it just in your hands for a quiet moment, maybe closing your eyes, taking a deep breath. You could also hold it against your heart for a moment. And then I really suggest saying, I align with my higher self now. And you can really just infuse that alignment, that energy into the deck. The deck is now going to act like a bridge between you and your higher self. So that's the magic here. So I'm going to do a little sample. So you could shuffle your deck. So after you've aligned with it, and sometimes I know like I have friends always using my deck, so I just tell them, you know, take a moment, align with the deck, connect with your higher self, and then the next person does the same thing. So you can kind of keep clearing the energy of the deck. And whoever's using it, you want that person to feel like they're plugged into it. So you can shuffle the cards however you'd like and spread them however you'd like. Everybody works with oracle cards differently, but this is my favorite way to work with these cards. So I just kind of spread them out, and then I ask a question. I like to work with a question. You can also just pick a card for insight in the moment. You can just say, okay, what kind of energy do I need to connect with? And you can just pick a card. So, but I often like to ask a very specific question. So I'm going to ask a question. Let's see. I'm going to ask kind of a vague question since I'm doing this live for you all. What energies do I need to clear or invoke in this moment to come into a more full expression of my true self? Okay, so that's my question. And you can pick one card, although one card's great if you're short on time. I like to pick 3 cards usually. So I'm just going to kind of feel these out and see which cards. I'm going to keep them all down to start, and then I'll flip them at the end. So I do this little hand scan thing, and I look for hot spots. That's usually the route that I do, the route that I take. Let's see. Ooh, there's a couple hot spots for this last one. Okay. So my question was, what energies do I need to clear or invoke to come into alignment with the highest expression of myself in this moment, the best version of me in this moment? So here's my 3 cards. Woo, this is so vulnerable right now. So my first card is clear insecurity. All right, so that's a good one. So each card has either a little purple circle that says clear, which means you need to release this energy. And you can even, in that moment, once you clear the card, you could say, okay, I clear my insecurity. Take a breath in, breathe it out, and just let that go, right? Let it kind of work its magic on you. So clear insecurity. The second card, ooh, dang, clear distraction. Okay, so what kind of distraction's keeping me from the best version of me? So I'm going to take a breath and just clear distraction energy. because everything is energy at the end of the day. All right, so let's see what the third card is. Oh my gosh. Okay, so 3 cards all about clearing, clear confusion. So interesting, distraction, confusion, and insecurity. So these are the energies right now that might be blocking me from aligning with the version of my most true self. And to be honest, that's kind of probably accurate to some degree, right? Because, yeah, I can feel this as being somewhat accurate in this moment. Now, if you were confused about any of, like, let's say you picked 3 cards and you're like, I don't know what the heck that means. So what you could do is you lay out your 3 cards and you say, I want a little bit more clarity about this distraction card. I would like a little bit more clarity about that. And so then you can pick another card specifically. And remember, the whole time you're really just dialoguing with your higher self. It's just, these are just acting as a kind of like a middleman, helping you understand what your higher self is telling you. You already have all this information inside of you. Okay, so here's my card. This is my clarity card around distraction. Invoke abundance. So this could go on and on and on, but I'm going to pause there. So the little goldish circles, those are invoke cards, the cards that have the gold circle on. And invoke cards mean that you want to invoke that energy. So it's interesting. So I asked for clarity around my clear distraction, and then it said invoke abundance. Interesting. So the words are all really simple. And again, like all of the words that I chose all relate to a different energy that exists along your core in the chakra system. So that's the scoop on the star cards. Super fun to use, usually really, really insightful and spot on, at least from the feedback that I've gotten from people and also from my own experience with working with them. There's a special magic, I think, in choosing to communicate with your higher self. And this is just a little tool to make it easier, because sometimes we sit and we meditate or we ask or we journal. This is just a little tool, but it can be really helpful. So yeah, order up your deck today and start downloading insight from your higher self.